Hello, wonderful beings. I'm so happy you're here today for another special Be Life Kids lesson, the lessons they don't teach in school. My name is Mr. Scotty, and today we're learning about a physical activity that has been taught to students of all ages for many, many years. It's called yoga. But before we stretch into today's lesson, let us revise what we learned last week. Can you remember? Yes, that's right. We learned about meditation. We learned how sitting still and breathing deeply can help us feel peaceful inside. We learned that focusing our thoughts on only one thing is a special power we can use anytime, anywhere. We learned that meditation helps us feel calm when we are upset, helps us focus better, helps us to be kinder to ourselves and others, and helps us to sleep better. Now that we remember last week's lesson, let's explore today's special teaching. It's something really fun. Today's lesson is yoga. But what is yoga? Yoga is a physical activity that uses our bodies to focus our minds. It helps us stretch our bodies, calm our minds, and feel strong and happy. But yoga isn't just about moving into funny shapes and doing handstands. It's an ancient practice from India that helps us connect our body, breath, and mind. People have been doing yoga for thousands of years to feel better, to heal, and to stay peaceful even in tough times. When we practice yoga, we're not just exercising. We're learning how to handle life's ups and downs with a smile and steady breath. So what can we learn from yoga? How does moving our bodies into funny positions teach us anything? Well, yoga teaches us 3 powerful things. 1. Strength and resilience. Some poses feel tricky at first, like the balancing poses or the poses where we have to stretch deeply. But when we stay calm and keep breathing, we get stronger and more flexible. Just like in life, we learn that we can face challenges and grow. Yoga teaches us not to give up when things get hard, but to breathe, be calm, and be strong. It shows us that even the difficult times will get easier. 2. Yoga teaches us calm through breath. Every yoga pose is linked to breathing. When we breathe slowly, we feel more peaceful and focused. Our muscles relax and stress dissolves. If we ever feel upset or angry, we can take a yoga breath and feel more balanced again. Yoga teaches us to use the breath as a tool to focus the thoughts on. It shows us that life is like breathing, in and out, always changing and always in balance. 3. Yoga teaches us about the mind and body. Yoga reminds us that our body and mind are best friends. If we take care of our body by stretching, breathing, and resting, our mind becomes clear and happy too. It teaches us that we can strengthen both our bodies and our minds. It shows us that a healthy body and mind allow us to do more and to experience more. Yoga teaches us that our minds and bodies are not separate, that what we do with our bodies will affect our thoughts, and what we do with our thoughts will affect our bodies. And this brings us to my favorite part of the lesson, story time. Today I share a story with you about a young girl named Tara. Tara lived in a tiny village high up in the mountains. Every year, her school would put on a big play for everyone in the village to enjoy. This year, it was Tara's first time to be in the big performance, and she was feeling super nervous. Her tummy felt tight, and her hands were shaky. All her friends and family would come to watch, and she imagined a big crowd of people she didn't know would be there too. Tara's eyes began to fill with tears, and she felt a lump in her throat. She ran to her grandmother and asked, "Granny, I'm scared. How can I be brave?" Her grandmother, who knew what was happening, gave Tara a big hug and said, "It's okay, Tara. I'm going to teach you a little trick. Let's do something together. Something called yoga." Tara looked a little confused, but knew Granny was very clever, and she copied Granny as she rolled out a mat. Tara watched and listened, and Grandma taught her to do a few simple poses: mountain, cat-cow, and child's pose. Tara followed along, breathing in and out slowly. She giggled and felt a little strange and silly. But after a few minutes, Tara felt her heartbeat slow down. She felt her muscles relaxing, and she felt stronger, just like a mountain, calmer, just like a tree in the wind, and braver, just like a lion. She started to understand why Granny had shown her these movements. Even though some of the actions were difficult, she could breathe, be calm, focus, and the difficult poses would become easier to do. The next day at school, Tara remembered what Granny had shown her. She stood tall, took a deep yoga breath, and smiled. She knew, even if it was hard, she could do her performance with confidence. She had learned a clever new trick for living her life, and she could use it whenever she needed it. What does this story tell us? What did we learn today? Well, my teaching to you today is, yoga helps us feel strong when things are hard. It helps us to use our breath to feel calm, and it helps us to focus and feel happy inside. Whether we're on a mat, at school, or playing outside, yoga is always with us. It starts with a daily activity and becomes a way of living our lives. Every breath, every stretch, every moment of stillness brings us closer to our natural, peaceful state and the full enjoyment of life. And that brings us to the end of our lesson for this week. I want you to give yourself a big hug, high five, or pat on the back. Every time you do something like this for yourself, you are showing that you love and care for you. Remember, my friends, you are strong, you are brave, you are special, and you always have your breath and your yoga. Be beautiful, be kind, and be the life you want to live. Until next time, namaste.